I'm not bad at that. Like if they tell me like aisle 11, I can go to aisle 11 and find it. But if I've been to a friend's house, like, but let's say I have a friend who lives like right down the road, and then you take a left, and then their house is like fifth on the right or something. Like, if they describe to me, you just take a left out of where you live, you go for 1 mile, you take a right, and then you'll see the house from there. You'll see a sign in a red brick mailbox right there. I hate that, and I can't do it. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I will get lost, and I will show up at your house angry and disconcerted. I will be stressed out because nothing stresses me out like being lost. Just text me the address. Just send me the address, because if you've been here 10 times. Well, I'm coming from a different place this time, and I only know, I'm so bad with directions, I learned one way from like my home base, and we moved like 11 times, at least 10 times around the St. Louis area as I was growing up. And so it was always like, oh, we need to go to this wherever place. Do you know how to get there, Taylor? It's like, well, no, because this is the 9th house I've lived in the St. Louis area. So
you think you know St. Louis since you lived all over it.
Yeah, I do at this point now, but oh God, it was so stressful when it was like, oh, do I take a left here? Like, I get mixed up in my head with directions really bad, where I have to consciously think like, okay, I'm coming from the south now, and so that means that I'm used to taking a left on this road, but I gotta take a right. Remember that. And I have to like consciously have that in my head. I'm so fucking bad with directions. So that's, again, everybody in my life knows it. Nobody trusts me. I'm a great driver, but I'm the worst navigator of anyone that I know, arguably.
It's funny when you meet, like, so I'm 43, and then there are people in my life who are like my age or older, and every so often someone's giving you directions like it's still the 80s. Like, all right, you have to memorize these 12 steps. You go here, you go here, you go here, and it's like, dude, no, like, I have a phone. Give me the address, and Siri will just guide me all the way there. That's how
some people won't want to give it to you. They're like, no, it's much easier. Just go down Main Street. And I'm like, I don't know what Main Street is. I don't know what that is or where it would be. Let's just start with a fucking address, and the phone will do the rest, dude. Like, you know where you are, right?
Yeah, just tell me the address. I will find you, and I will find you in a good mood. Because I have like a decompression time when I get lost. Like, when it's funny, like if we're driving around somewhere and Melissa's driving and we're in a new place and we get a little lost, I'm like, Mister, it's okay, not a big deal. We'll just loop around up here. It's gonna be fine. If I'm driving though and we do the exact same thing, I will be curt and unpleasant and being like, God, fuck it. Every time I get in the car, I get fucking lost.
I had a meltdown in San Antonio. We were in San Antonio, and I woke up before everyone else, and I wanted to go. I was starving, and I wanted to go get some lunch. And I think they had eaten like breakfast, which I don't eat. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to take the rental car, and I'm going to go out and get some food. I'll be back, in 40 minutes when it's time to leave and head on to the next part of Texas or whatever. I took that Explorer rental car and got lost in San Antonio, and I just couldn't find my way back. There were all these one-way streets. I turned down a one-way street at one point, and there are cars coming at me, and I have to like, God damn it, like put it in reverse and do like a 3-point turn. And and my face is so red and hot, and I'm sweating in my clothes and want to take them off. And I just remember beating that steering wheel with like the palm of my hand, just like, motherfucking piece of shit, why won't you just take me back to the fucking hotel? And I just 40 minutes I drove around in circles trying to get back to the hotel, never got the food, just got back, got out of the car. I was like, somebody else fucking drive. I'm done. I'm done.
Every once in a while, I'll run across someone who knows that GPSs make mistakes, and they fix it for you. Like, there's one airfield I fly out of, and they're like, hey, if you follow the GPS, it takes you like half a mile too far. So look for the windsock and turn there. When I hear that, I'm like, oh, you're wonderful. Like, I've got the GPS and like local knowledge. Like, they really nailed it. That stuff impresses me.
Yeah, we go places sometimes where the GPS just can't take you, and I hate that. Like when we go, that guy in Texas, like the GPS doesn't take you to his mailbox. It takes you to the road that they live on, and it's a long road. It's like, just drive until you see the big fence, and it's like, this whole countryside is nothing but big fences and gates. Yeah. Like, everyone here thinks that they're Ben Cartwright, and this is their bonanza, so they all have big wrought iron gates and like, dead animals made out of the steel and everything. Like, you guys are all the same here. Like,
I like it when
I can't count the number of times, even in like the last probably year, that I've like been alone in the car and like banged on the steering wheel and just been like, why am I always fucking lost? Why are you such a fucking idiot? You know, why can't you figure this shit out? And I get so mad at myself for it. Like, just, if I go on my phone and I like take a left when I was supposed to, because you know sometimes it gets delayed on the GPS and it's like, hey, take a right in 100 yards, and you think 100 yards came up, but you took the turn too early or too late or whatever, and then it does recalculating, and if it doesn't immediately tell me the new route that I am taking, if it takes more than 3 seconds, literally 3 seconds to go, boop, this is your new track, my heartbeat starts to beat up because I'm off the path. I disobeyed the GPS, and now I will pay the consequences of having to get in some traffic or some awful shit. Just
I'm
being lost stresses me out so much.